Hey, what's up? Are you struggling to hold a wheelie? Well, if you are, today we're going to go over some common mistakes you might be making and how you can fix them so you can hold a wheelie much longer.
Wheelies are one of the most fun and best looking skills in mountain biking, but they can also be one of the most frustrating to learn. In this video, we're breaking down the common mistakes that are stopping you from holding a wheelie longer. Alright, let's break down the first mistake that stops most people from holding a wheelie. It's what I like to call chasing the wheelie.
What's happening is you're getting the front wheel up and you're pedaling, but you're not quite in the balancing point. So you're really just chasing, trying to hold the front end up, but you're not going to be able to because you're just going to go pedaling faster and faster and faster until you drop the front wheel.
The balance point is the spot where the bike wants to float, not falling back, not dropping forwards. When you hit it for the first time, you'll know it. Now this is how I get into the balancing point when doing wheelies. Ride at a slow pace. I ride left foot forward, but I have my right foot at the top of the pedal stroke. Now I'm coasting along. Right as I want to initiate the front wheel lift, I lean slightly forward, and then I pull up lightly on the bars while leaning back and putting the downward pedal stroke in. Now this is a balance point right here. If you're new to wheelies, don't worry about holding the wheelie yet. Just try to get a smooth, controlled lift and finding the balancing point.
Once you got the front wheel up and you're in the balancing point, you don't want your shoulders to be hunched. You want to kind of open your back up. That's going to help you be in the better position and hold the wheelie much longer. Now, once you've found the balancing point and you're in it, you're also going to have the issue of you're going to go backwards a little bit too past the balancing point, and that's where using your rear brake is key. That's what's going to bring your front wheel down. If you hit your back brake too hard, it's just going to slam your front wheel down. But if you lightly tap it and feather it, that's how you're going to stay right in the balancing point. As you start to go too far backwards, you lightly tap the rear. It'll bring you just down just a little bit, pedal a little harder, lean back, tap the rear, pedal.
Always have a finger on the rear brake. If you start drifting past the balance point, a quick tap will bring the front back down. You'll end up pedaling and feathering the brake together.
Another reason why you might not be able to hold a wheelie for long is you're doing it too slow. Now, yes, when you're learning to wheelie, it is a lot easier to lift the front wheel up when you're going at a very slow or a crawl pace, but it's also going to be harder to hold it because you're going to be trying to balance. It's kind of like when you learn to ride a bike without training wheels. If you went really slow after you took off the training wheels, you'd more than likely fall over because it's hard to stay balanced. And then your parents or whoever was teaching you to ride without training wheels would come up and give you a little push on your back, and that momentum as you started pedaling would help you stay upright. Same thing with wheelies. A little bit of momentum will make it so much easier to stay straight and you won't be fighting getting off to one side.
Start slowly, then gradually build a little more speed. You don't need to go super fast, just fast enough that the bike stays stable and you're not fighting side to side. Once you start picking up a little more speed, timing the lift gets a lot trickier. When we were going slow and coasting, it was easy. You just lined up your strongest foot at the top of the stroke and gave it one clean push. But when you're pedaling into the wheelie, you can't just coast and set up your foot anymore. Now you've got to time that lift while the pedals are constantly moving. The key is to lift right when your strong foot reaches the very top of the pedal stroke. As it comes up, lean forward just a little, then pull up as you drive that pedal down. That puts you straight into the balance point instead of chasing the wheelie. As you ride along, you'll start to feel when that top pedal position is coming back around. Don't rush it. Just stay relaxed, keep your brake finger ready, and wait for the moment where the lift feels natural. With a little practice, the timing will become automatic.
Now you should be able to lift the front wheel up while you're sitting down just with the pedal stroke. But if you're really struggling, a little thing I like to do once in a while, sometimes I do this more when I'm at speed, but you can stand up just for a second and then put your pedal stroke in, and that will give you a little bit more weight on the pedal to really pop the front up. And then once you've got the front up, then you can sit back down and start pedaling.
This little stand then sit move just gives you that little extra bit of power for the first lift. Then you settle back into the wheelie like normal. Everything we just covered in this video comes down to a smooth lift, good timing, and staying ready with the rear brake. Once you find the balancing point, holding the front wheel up feels almost effortless. If you want more help dialing this in, I've got a couple other wheelie videos that go deeper into techniques and progression.
Also guys, I have a new ebook out, Balance Point, the complete guide to wheelies, manuals, and stoppies. So if wheelies and manuals and stoppies are something you're interested in learning, definitely check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. And yeah, it'll help support the channel, and I think it will greatly help you improve your wheelies. All right, well, now you learned a couple of tips to help you hold wheelies longer, so I'll see you on the next one.